Hello, Wilson families. This is Keena Daughtry, principal at Wilson. I am super excited that we're going to have an opportunity to have our kids back in the building soon. I know that many of you are equally as excited to have us get your kids back as well. We're super excited about what all we get to try and learn and do all the new things this year. And I just wanted to share a little bit of information with you. Over the next couple of weeks, you'll probably be seeing several videos come up on Facebook and our social media accounts, just explaining some of the things that we're going to be doing and how that could look differently this year. In this video, I'm going to talk about arrival, dismissal, masks, and then I'm also going to give you a brief rundown over what different options you have as a parent to choose from this year. So for arrival, this is mostly going to look the same. But our gym doors will begin opening at 7:20 in the morning. That has not changed. I am going to ask you to try to drop your students off between 7:35 and 7:45 in the morning. I'll explain why here in just a moment. After 7:55, the gym doors are going to be closed and students will have to go through the front office to enter the building. Students are going to sit in the gym and they're going to be socially distanced until 7:35, which is why I'm asking you if at all possible to drop your kids off between 7:35 and 7:45, because there won't be as many kids in the gym at that time. At 7:35, our students will be able to go to their classrooms and their teachers will be in the rooms waiting for them. Another thing to know is that our breakfast is going to start a little earlier this year. We're still serving breakfast in the classroom, and that's going to begin as well as our learning time at 7:45 in the morning. One really important change, not really necessarily for the older grade levels, but this is different, especially if you're a kindergarten parent. At this time, to protect our staff and students, we're not going to be able to allow anyone else in the building. So parents, visitors of any kind are not going to be allowed into the building, just to prioritize safety and minimize people that could contaminate or spread any kind of sickness in our buildings. I'm going to briefly go back to here. We're going to cover masks in this video as well, but I want to take this second to let you know students will need to wear a mask when they're coming into the building in the mornings. Dismissal. This is going to look very similar to what it did in the years past. Our times have changed and students will be wearing masks when they leave the building. Students will dismiss for kindergarten, first and second at 3:50. Third, fourth, and fifth grade will dismiss at 3:55. Students will be wearing masks when they dismiss, and they will dismiss out their grade level doors like they have in the past. Students that have not been picked up by 4 o'clock will be taken to the office and socially distanced while the office attempts to call the parent or guardian. Okay, I want to take a second to explain the two different platforms we have for learning this year. And these options are completely up to you as a parent. We will be offering face-to-face learning as well as virtual learning through our PAVE, which is Pampa Academic Virtual Experience. So face-to-face, I know that we all have a lot of questions about what that's going to look like. The number one question I'm getting from parents right now is my kid going to have to wear a mask all day long? The answer to that is absolutely not. But we will be being very responsible with what we're doing. So our students are going to be socially distanced to the best of our ability. They will be wearing masks during transition times, like at arrival, dismissal, anytime they're walking in the hallways where other classes could be walking with them, and if they're up and walking around their classroom. So they will be wearing masks at times, but they will not be wearing masks the whole time. I need to make sure you know that. There will be times that your students will not be wearing masks because it's not the most appropriate thing for them to do. For example, breakfast and lunch will not be a good time for them to be wearing masks because they can't eat. Another thing that I want to explain is we have rigorous and incredible systems for cleaning put in place. We are going to be disinfecting and cleaning bathrooms, doorknobs, commonly touched spaces in the building and in the classrooms, as well as the cafeteria multiple times a day. And then I'm going to switch over to our virtual learning platform. So whether you're a face-to-face or a virtual learner this year, our learning will be delivered through the program called Canvas. And that is so that if our face-to-face students, if something happens and a grade level has to be quarantined, or a classroom, or in case, the worst case scenario, our entire school or district has to go offline for a little bit, all of our students will still be able to access learning. And so our virtual students will have the same access to learning that our face-to-face students do because they need that. We know that they need support. We know that they need more than what it was in the spring. This will look very different than it did in the spring. We will still be offering virtual office hours for our families that are virtual so that they can get support, and those will be offered daily. Students are going to still be expected to engage in learning daily to be counted as present. Something important for you to know is you may switch your learning platform choice for your children every 6 weeks. So that's something to keep in mind. Lastly, before I hop off of here for this video, I just want to take a second and tell you that we really, really, really need you to fill out a commitment form for your students. And that commitment form tells us whether you're planning on sending your child face-to-face or virtual. And to do that, you go to our website, you scroll down to the page, you click the button that says Back to School Student Registration and Commitment Form, you follow the links, and you register your student and commit whether you're going face-to-face or virtual. That will help us tremendously in planning our numbers of students that are going to come face-to-face and virtually. Additionally to that, I need you to fill out your parent packet. That's the really long parent packet that gives us permission to post on Facebook, whether or not they can go on field trips. That may not happen this year, but we still need the permission if we are able to. That stuff is very, very important for us. So please go ahead and fill that out as well. And I look forward to sharing more information and getting to see you soon. Thank you.